26th, 2021 Board of Health meeting. We are being videotaped as a live meeting and audio taped for the public. We'll go to the correspondence, letter from community nurse and home care statistics from January to December. I'm not going to go through every page here. I just need a motion to file this.
Motion to file.
All in favor?
Aye.
So voted. Go all the way back. Okay, and then
Tidy up some loose ends.
next one is a letter from Department of Public Health. Arborvirus report. It was low WNV this year. West Nile virus, I guess, was low.
It's low right now, yep,
In the remote
on the
triple E.
It's good year for mosquitoes.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-year cycle?
Yeah, this was supposed to be the worst year though, but something happened.
Yeah.
So we should be good for the next 2 years?
Supposedly, yeah. Yeah,
Hopefully.
this was the last of the 3-year cycle and it was supposed to be the worst year. And it ended up being a really good year. So.
Need a motion to file.
Motion to file.
All in favor?
Aye.
So voted. We have a letter from, let's see. Let's go through this here. What did I do? Okay, that's a letter for an extension for the Blue Lantern Cafe. They're looking for extension to Title V compliance till 12/31/21. I think they're on top of this over there. I don't have a problem issuing an extension.
When was the 2 years? Joe?
It would have been, it was sometime in October when we received this. I don't know the exact date, but it was in October.
Okay. Since December 31st, the extension, we're gonna hit winter time right after that, so installation would be difficult. Do we know what the plan is as far as to submit a plan?
Nope. That isn't it.
Okay. Because this is only 2 months away, you know? You follow my mindset? We're gonna be doing it again?
Probably.
Yeah.
But
So,
I mean, they are on it. I mean,
yeah.
they're making an effort.
What, how about this? What if we extend to 12/31, just getting a plan into the office, and then give them till June 31 to install?
I thought they didn't submit a plan yet, right?
They haven't, but that would force them along.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go along with that.
Okay, so my motion is to be approve the extension request for the Title V compliance to December 31st, 2021 for submittal of a plan, and to further allow them until June 21 of
Right, for installation.
June 30th of 2022, the installation.
All right, I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
So voted. You get that one?
Yep.
All right, now we go to September 23rd, abatement letter to PJ Keating. I'm gonna go down the line here because I won't read these out, but of course, everything is pertaining to odor. So I didn't know if you wanted to touch base
Yeah,
on it.
there was 2 orders, you know, since the beginning of September. There's been a lot of complaints about odor, specifically to the asphalt odor. Pat had written an abatement order and got a response from the president of the company. I wasn't thrilled with the response, and in return, I did my own abatement order. He responded a little bit more formally to that one, and at this point, according to them, they're doing everything that they can do to avoid odors. And then after that, we got 4 more complaints.
And there'll be more, sure. All right,
So
I wanna-
I know that you've read those. I did put on,
I
The agenda.
reviewed them, so.
Yeah, I read everything.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, I would like to entertain a motion to file that, and I want to go a little further on in the agenda to discussion before we go to plans.
Okay.
If that's okay?
Motion to place on file items 4, 5, 6, and 7 relative to PJ Keating.
All right, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
So that's so voted. But I'd like to go to discussion just for number 1 in discussion for now. Or maybe we can finish that up, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I think you had mentioned something regarding scheduling some type of a meeting with the neighbors.
Yep.
Like we did back in 17. I spoke with Joe and he spoke with you. I think that would be a great idea, just to get input from the neighbors, like we did at the last. I don't think we wouldn't be able to discuss anything. We're in litigation and.
Correct.
But I would definitely like to hear from the neighbors again and find out, their feelings about it, and I'm sure that, that will, I know we're doing the best we can to try to straighten out the situation, but.
No, I mean, if I recall correctly, it was 4 years ago, more or less, maybe longer, that we had the first public hearing because they wanted to move it to the front of the facility.
Right.
And it was a bad idea then, it's a bad idea now. So here we are, whatever it is, 3 years later, and they've moved it. Now they've moved it in operation based upon an air quality permit issued by the DEP, but it's doing exactly like we thought, which is cause a nuisance for the neighborhood. I think it's time for us to hear what's going on from the neighbors. So I suggested to Joe, let's have another public hearing to hear the complaints. Not that we can discuss much because of
Right.
the litigation, but it'd be good for them to come out and vent and get it on camera and testify as to what they're experiencing. They're living there.
All right.
So we talked about, Joe and I, what would be a good place for it. He suggested the school because it's big. We can space people out.
Council on Aging wasn't too bad.
No, was there an issue with that? Or?
I did reach out to Heather and talk to her, and she said that she would work with us.
Okay.
And,
I like that over there because it's
It's near
in
the
their
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah, I'm okay with either place. Doesn't matter to me. But we talked about a Saturday morning, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Which would be good for everybody to show up. It's not too early,
Yeah.
not too late. Doesn't break
Yeah,
up
it's
the
not
day.
during the work
Something like
week.
10 to 12.
Yeah.
So
So we'll have Joe set that up. Of course, Jeff Blake will have to be present at that meeting.
yep.
Yes.
So
He's got to control.
control,
Jeff Blake was able to answer a lot of questions because he's an attorney
Right.
at the meeting that we had at the fire
and there's a
station.
lot of things that I
There's a
don't
lot of
want
things that he will say that we might not want to say.
Right.
Correct.
That's, you gotta keep us on the safe side of that.
So
Oh,
if you're
I-
okay with it, I'd like to make a motion that we set that public hearing up for this Saturday. We have time to post it. Is it this Saturday? Okay.
I
Can't do it
have to
this
double
Saturday.
check with
Have to be
Heather,
the following
because they
It'd have
do-
to be the following Saturday.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the other question is really if you want me to notify the abutters,
Yeah, that's
you
the
know,
other thing.
by mail.
Be regular mail.
In the paper?
Yeah, it'd be regular
Public
mail.
hearing.
I wouldn't-
And then we do have to post it, yeah, because you guys.
We have to
all need
advertise
get
it. It's gotta be
Because it's
advertised.
going to be a posted meeting. Yeah.
It's gotta be advertised and again, we have to notify.
Well, do you
By
want
mail.
me to know? I mean, we can post it publicly.
It'd be a regular mail notification. It wouldn't have to be certified mail.
Yep, yep, that's exactly right. It's just to spread the word.
Yep.
What about asking the fire chief to do a reverse 911
Yeah.
for that area? That would
Do
really
that.
get it up. That was something that they asked for at the
Yes.
fire station meeting.
Mhm.
Was that they're getting all these COVID advisories, why can't we get some PJ
Wanna do
Keating
it like that?
advisories?
Yeah, I like that too.
Yes.
Each word would get.
If you do the reverse 911, then you don't have to do a mailing.
Right.
Save the town money.
Okay, I like that
So the
better.
only thing we need to
Everybody
do,
gets it.
Green,
is advertise it,
not just the people
because
that
it's
are
a
on
public
the same side
hearing.
of the road, 'cause I'm not on
So
the
we-
same side of the road.
Yeah.
so we would be advertising it as a public hearing. We'll do a reverse 911, and that way we don't have to do a mailing.
Okay.
So that would work out well.
Will
They can't-
PJ
don't
Keating
have
be
to be-
invited to this meeting?
Well, it's a public meeting,
But
Yeah.
so I mean,
Okay. One more quick question. Will Fairhaven, Acushnet Police be present?
yeah, I hope so.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
After the
Yeah.
last meeting.
Yeah, we did that last time.
They were needed at the fire station meeting.
Yeah, we
Dust up.
definitely would do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had it in 2017 too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, we'll just make sure that the fire chief knows and he'll do what he needs to do.
It's just in 2017, a lot of the neighbors did not get
Notified.
notified. I was one of them.
Yeah, I mean, what.
It was just the side that they're on, and if you think that the smell stops.
Yeah,
there,
no,
it
I don't
does
think
not.
that the intention was that we didn't, at that particular point in time, the Board of Health kind of came together and saw that there was a potential issue. And we just, it's not something that we would have normally done.
Mhm.
But that was the whole point of the mailing. It wasn't necessarily to get every single solitary person, but kind of put out the word in a way that we don't normally put out the word. Usually we post it, it's on the internet, it's on the bulletin board, and
Facebook.
that's all we got. Facebook now, but we wanted, that was the intent of the 2000s. It wasn't to hit everybody, but it was just to
Yeah.
get the word out that this was an issue. And,
Yeah.
you know, if the reverse one, you know, fast forward 4 years, here we are. If the
Right.
reverse 911 is working, that's way better. That's
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
To improve things, absolutely. I
Yep.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
all right. So there's a motion.
A motion to schedule the hearing for a week from Saturday. Do a reverse 911 and post it on the sign or whatever we gotta do to get out there.
Right.
Can I ask this one thing, not to put a definite, it'll definitely be a Saturday,
Okay,
over the course of the next 2
Yeah.
or 3 weeks, but I gotta work that out
Okay.
because there's some
Okay.
programs there that she might have to rearrange.
okay.
So
All
let me
right.
get on the phone tomorrow and we'll start working it out, and then we'll get it on the reverse 911 call on the date and the time specifically.
Okay.
All right, so,
I'll scale back my motion with that. There's no specific date.
Okay.
We'll work that out, but to set a date
But
on a Saturday in the future.
Yeah,
I
as soon as
will-
possible,
Okay.
we'll work on it.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
So voted. And now we have the DPH grant program for shared services. Spoke with Joe regarding that. I guess that's gonna be controlled by New Bedford.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lead agency, they're gonna do the majority of the work, which is great, because it keeps the amount of paperwork down that I'll have to do. Right at the moment, it's a 300,000, the way that this is, it's a funded and granted to the city and the surrounding communities already. So it's actually a grant that has money in it. It's $300,000 a year. It's a $300,000 a year for the next 3 years. $300,000 a year for the next 3 years. And what it is it's intended to, because public health in general, overall, throughout the state of Massachusetts, has a tendency to be, let's say, overworked, right? We have a massive amount of things that we have to oversee with a very limited amount of money and staff to be able to do it. And I'm not just talking about Acushnet, I'm talking about
Right.
all of the communities. And what this grant is intended to do is bring together communities that are close to each other and use that $300,000 in a way that the individual communities will join a committee and determine how to use that to help offset the normal everyday activities that are required by the local Board of Health to do, and to help bolster that. And essentially take a little bit of work maybe off my plate so I can do more work in another place that doesn't necessarily, you just touch upon all these little things all the time. You can't focus on doing bigger projects because you always have all these little things, such as PJ Keating. It burns up
Right.
a lot of my time.
Right.
But you might get somebody to come in and do again, we still have to, the first part of the year, the first year is to determine kind of how it's going to be used through the communities. Now, New Bedford's is a big city, so although they have the same things that they have to do for public health, they do more housing, there's
Right.
no doubt. So they might, be interested in a housing inspector to help offset how many housing complaints they have.
And that,
From our standpoint, one of the things that I find that would be important for us, for Acushnet, would be the nursing. Recently, the nursing has gone up. The amount of work because of COVID-19 has gone up. The contact tracing and the communicable diseases. We're spending a lot of money this year, a lot more money than we have budgeted. As of November 30th, the Contact Tracing Collaborative, which was formed by the governor to help offset some of the contact tracing that the smaller communities have to do, which is where basically our hired nurses right now send the majority of the contact tracing to, which takes hours. Obviously, if you got one person that's been in contact with 10 people, they have to trace all that and find out and try to keep them from going out. That ends on November 30th. So after that, I can see, and I've already got the email from the community nurses saying that be prepared because they're going to have to do 100% of the contact tracing now, which we've already blown our nursing budget. So this would be used, I could envision this being used where we hire a public health nurse, because we could do up to 5, again, it's a determination. You could do 3 professional people, 4 professional people. It depends upon what that $300,000 could be used, based on salaries. And we could hire a nurse, we could share that nurse with the people that are in it, the communities that are in it, which is New Bedford, Fairhaven, Acushnet, and Freetown.
so the 300,000 is split between all of the communities.
It's not, yes, it's not, it is. It's intended to share services. And so the services are based off of what the committee will decide on what the services should be. I would be part of that committee.
And you will be, what I'm seeing here is our designated point of contact.
Yes, yep, that's how.
It says so you'll attend the regular meetings
Yep,
and the trainings.
if that's
You're
what's.
our coordinator.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll bring the information that I get back to you guys. You guys, the Board of Health can, make decisions one way or the other in regards to what we're doing. And yeah, that money, again, the money is going to be used in order to more or less hire people or hire staffing or, very specific things that will
Well,
benefit
I
us.
think it's a great idea. It's
As,
kind of a freebie for us.
Yeah, it is, no
It
matter
is.
what. Even if out of 300,000, 200,000 goes towards New Bedford,
Yeah,
we get 1/3 of the other 3 towns,
yeah, but
it's
still.
free money.
It's
right?
free money.
Yeah,
The other
it-
2 towns sign up, Freetown and Fairhaven?
Freetown, I guess, is on the fence, but that's because there's been a lot of change up in the health agents.
But if
over
they
there.
don't, it's more for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been working. I can say this, we have a very
No, I think
similar
it's a great
grant
idea.
through the tobacco control, through the state. And we've been sharing an inspector, you've met him, Joe Cavallo. And
Yeah.
he comes around and he does his inspections specifically based on tobacco, which again, takes a lot off of me.
So you need a vote of
Yeah, we have to sign that tonight.
So this is a letter of commitment. I mean, that's all it is just that we're gonna commit to go through this. And yeah, I think that there's no negative side of this.
No,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll entertain a motion on that.
Motion to join the program, take advantage of the grant.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
So voted.
Motion for the chairman to sign the document.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
These are my glasses here. Is there a,
It's in the folder.
It's in there. If
In
you
there?
wanna sign that
All
right
right.
now, or if you want to. There's one there that's me and the other one's you.
All right. Were you able to review the plans, Dave?
I might need
I think he
a
said he had.
refresher on a couple.
Yeah. Well, we'll start with number 7, because that's tabled already, because they didn't,
Yeah, there was no revised plan
Right.
submitted to us.
so I need a motion to table.
Motion to table 115 Manchester Lane due to a lack of information.
I'll second the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
'So the first one,
7 Middlewood Drive,
That was a revised plan, that's the Presby plan.
yep, that
Allen
was
Associates.
Motion to approve, I saw that one.
I'll second that motion, all in favor?
Aye.
So voted.
Wild Rose, yep, I remember that
3
one.
Wildwood Rose
Motion to approve 3 Wild Rose Lane
with the,
with two variances.
I'll second the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
So voted. 10 Joseph Street.
That's the one the leaching field was snuck in between the landscape features.
yes. Yep. And you had, oh,
I just gotta make sure I,
yep.
you know, look at these things. Let's go by. Okay, yeah, I saw this one.
Yeah, I saw it on.
Yeah, okay. I just wanna make sure that, because I know there's one in here I haven't seen. I was okay with that one. Motion to approve 10 Joseph Street.
Second the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
So voted.
I remember Lake Street, that's the daycare facility.
Yep.
I
Yep.
remember comments on that one. 19, motion to approve 19 Lake Street.
I'll second that, all in favor?
Aye.
So voted.
Allison Drive, yep, new construction.
Some revisions, but you reviewed the revision.
Yes, all right, show me my email, I said I'm all set.
Yeah.
Motion to approve, lot 11J, map 12 Allison Drive.
I'll second the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
So voted. 134 Peckham Road.
This one, I think it's been sent to me multiple times, but I don't remember seeing it.
Why don't we take a look at
Yeah,
that?
let's take a look at it.
I think Melinda sent that to me. I did look at this.
Alright, let's get my bearings here.
As he always does. A good job fitting it all in.
Morningside, okay. Right before you get to Morningside.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough over there. We've done.
And the sewer line's right in the road. It's just bugs.
We that is
It
we have
just gets
beat
me
that.
every time. You got the force main on the road, you can't tie into it. It's the stupidest.
We have beat that as hard as we could beat.
I know.
To
I've
try
been
to
here a
get in.
long time.
I
You know
tried.
why? I did his first perk test with him.
Oh, is that
And it
right?
was- yes.
Yeah.
That's a long
Is that-
time ago.
Mr. Sharon.
Wait, Sharon?
Yeah. Yeah, God.
Models at 52. 928.
There's 2 variances there.
Yeah, do they count the
Ground
12
water-
inches to the system? So what's the,
Two.
is it 2 foot or 3 foot to
Is
the
it
water
two-
table?
Yeah, you
Two,
get
2
2
foot,
feet to that one.
2 foot.
That Elgin
There's a
one
sieve
allows 2
analysis.
feet.
Right, but they count, like, part of the Elgin is you gotta have 12 inches of sand below it. See right here.
Mhm.
So it's really 3 feet. It's kind of a,
To the bottom, yeah.
you know, sort of like the
It's a
Presby. It's like the
Presby
Presby. You
clip, yeah.
put 6 inches of sand below it, but then you don't count the 6 inches for your
Yeah.
separation, which doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It's illogical.
Hmm.
But whatever.
It sounds good, though, right?
Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, he had a sieve analysis?
Yeah.
Well, 69% sand.
It is. It's really tough over there. I mean, I think honestly a lot of that's just filled wetlands, but in that particular area.
Yeah, you're in there July too, huh? Oh, it's because the sand is 5 feet below grade.
Yeah, that was all wetlands over there.
Alright, so we got 2 foot of groundwater, sieve analysis. Existing 3-bedroom house. I don't have a problem with it.
Alright. A motion.
Motion to approve the variances and the plan.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
So voted. And we can go to minutes.
Wanted to refresh my memory, did you send me the minutes?
I'm not sure if Joanne sent them to you or not.
Okay.
She sent them to me, I know that.
Joanne did?
Yeah.
I see I made a lot of motions.
That's what,
Oh, this isn't that long ago.
August.
Yeah. I read the whole thing. I'm okay with it.
All set?
Yeah, motion to approve the minutes for August 24th, 2021.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Next on the agenda is to schedule the next meeting, which Bob's not here, so I don't know where we're gonna.
That's the right calendar. I mean, we could do like the 23rd if you want to.
It's the 16th too soon.
I mean,
Probably be best to go to the 23rd.
it's tough with people submit plans, that's the only thing. You know, because
Okay.
then they would technically, if we do the 16, they'd have to have it in by the 5th.
Why is there such a long time? Why can't it be tighter?
We certainly could, but I think that's part of our policy. So we'd have to rearrange that. It's really about receiving the plans, reviewing the plans, given the engineer enough time to correct them.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. So if we do
But-
the 23rd, then Friday the 12th is a cutoff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will say this to you guys, with you know, COVID coming down the road and the way that we're doing things a little bit more with receiving, we're getting those plans electronically.
Yeah,
And we're
yes.
distributing them.
Yeah.
You could potentially shave off some of the time because it's not about having to come and pick up the plans and review the plans and then, you know, there was a lot more of an effort, you know, with the paper plans, if you will.
All right, well, we'll stick with the filing deadline for now. We'll go with the 23rd, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something to think about.
All right.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we have some leeway, you know.
Yep.
We're not the Gestapo.
No, we just gotta sign vouchers here.
Motion to sign the vouchers.
Second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
No vouchers.
No.
Just a,
I retract my motion.
just a minute.
Sorry, no.
All right. Seeing no further discussion,
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting has adjourned.